Achilles was not a gracious winner.
No, historically known as a non-gracious winner, he ignored the Greek burial traditions, rites, and respects, and drug Paris behind his chariot. The quote was something like, "He'll go to the afterlife with no eyes and like no head, like he was gonna like cut Paris's eyes out of his body and do all this stuff like mutilation, so that when he got to the afterlife he'd be fucked up." Which, by the way, is a wild like religious belief. The idea that injuries that you receive in real life, or maybe just the way you're buried or way your body is treated, might impact your existence in the afterlife. Obviously, with the Egyptians, they seemingly believed, and many cultures, they believed that like burying them with their riches, sometimes even their slaves, they would bury them with live slaves, or with the Vikings, they would burn the woman on your funeral pyre. And the idea was they're going with you to Valhalla, or I don't know what the Egyptian afterlife was called, but they're going with you there, after the fact. And then also the idea that were you to be blinded, or like have your head cut off or something like that, your spirit would wander aimlessly and not be able to find the spirit lands or whatever it may be.
Like if you were trying to goad them into being like, get out there, boys, we're Viking warriors. If you die, you die. Like if they were constantly worried, like, I don't want to lose fingers or a hand or an eye, because then
they had the opposite
in the afterlife.
Their whole thing was like, if you die in battle, that's heaven. If you die in bed as an old man,
you go to lower ranking heaven. You don't get to go to Valhalla.
Yeah, you don't get. And the idea of Valhalla is wonderful. They every day you wake up, you drink and feast until you're stuffed and drunk, and then you all fight to the death. And then you are reborn the next day to do it all over again forever with all your best boys.
There would have to be more stuff to do.
That would
Any
suck.
form of heaven needs activities.
If I had to wake up every day and fight, like, seriously? Sometimes I just want to watch Netflix.
What if I was like, you know what? I'm more in this for the feasts. Like, I did my fights. You guys have a blast.
Getting buried with all your wealth.
Pick up your fucking shield, Taylor.
That's so selfish.
No.
If my husband wanted to be buried
with all his wealth, I would write a check or an IOU, bury him with that.
Yeah.
Of equivalent value. I'm not trying to rip him off.
Of course.
You know what? I'm going to be a little generous on this. Let's make it 3 trillion.
All right.
I'm running out of room here. Oh, you lucky dog. All right.
Take this with you. I'm making it out to God. Make this out to Odin so you can go up there. Yeah.
Then you get to heaven and you have an IOU on you for $3 trillion. And you have to start a blue collar job in heaven now. You're like,
in heaven?
You're sweeping the streets. You're a street sweeper
like
sweeping. It would have been heaven, but you gave your buddy $3 trillion on his deathbed, put it and wrote it to God, and you owe that money.
I'd hate that. I would be.
It's eternal, right?
It's eternal.
$100 in the S&P. Let that baby dollar cost average. What's 15,000 years?
I don't think heaven has an index fund. I'm pretty sure
it's heaven, Kyle. It's got choices.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's like a universal basic income up there or something. I don't know how they keep that economy going with the golden
food
streets.
Is optional. I bet it's like, if food sounds good, it's like feasted up. You don't gain weight. And then if you're someone who doesn't want to eat, it's like, well, you don't have to eat, but you're kind of like spitting in the face of everyone who made this food.
You can't have this one heaven anyway. If there is a heaven, and if God is what they say he is, then he has created a heaven for each person individually. Then everybody gets their own heaven. Because like what he said, he wants to watch Netflix every now and then. But I promise you, Sven, fucking Uglok Lord of the cave people from Norway in the year 8, he don't watch Netflix. He wants to fuck, fight, and feast infinitely, and that's literally his heaven. But for me, like mine's gonna be completely different. I'm gonna be I want to be a race car driver or something. So
mine's gonna have some dogs in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I imagine
despite what the movie said,
you would have to be able to pick. It'd be like a pick your own adventure thing. So like sometimes you'd wake up in the year 1 trillion that you've been there, and it'd be like, all right, well, I've done every activity, but what seems the most fun? I'm paintballing. And because there's so many people there, you just, I imagine, close your eyes and phase into, oh, yeah, sick. And you phase into that. And then now you're doing that. You want to play sports. You can do that. You want to eat special food, watch a movie. I bet they have some rules on movies where they're like, hey, not this one.
I bet
watch
the
this one.
VHS drawer in heaven is lame. I bet it is lame. There's no Tarantino in there. You know, there's nothing edgy. I bet there's nothing R-rated.
What if it makes you
Really?
not want to consume edgy stuff? What if all you want to do is fight with fucking Odin or whatever?
I mean, I would be down for that. Like I would love to.
Every day, all day, no activities.
Well, like my heaven wouldn't be that, but if it's like you said, and every day I can wake up and pick a new heaven,
that
you know, like just like it's a game on my Steam list. Like, oh, today I think I want to go to Ark Raiders heaven or Call of Duty heaven or Expedition 33 heaven. If I can do that, then you know, one of those days is definitely going to Valhalla and like fucking up some Vikings with a battle axe.
You know, a good thing would be like if you could just every once in a while, like every 100 years, you can like hop into like one of like a almost submarine, a good one, not like that one that those people died in, like a good one, and then you can like lower a bit and like poke around hell, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is man. I was starting to forget how bad it could have been. You ascend back up, you hop out. The next 100 years, you're like always. Anytime you're like, I'm a little bit bored. No, you remember that, and you're like, you know what? I think I will feast and fight. And tomorrow is paintball day, and the day after that is we're redoing the Tour de France with motorcycles. Actually, we can motorcycle anywhere on streets of gold. Everyone's sliding.
I get a motorcycle.
Everyone stands up uninjured.
I want to go back to Lance Armstrong's like 7th race he won,
I'll be there.
and I want to be allowed to beat him on a motorcycle. But nobody acts like I used a motorcycle. They're just blown away that I beat him. Like no one acknowledges it except for him. He's the only one.
And something else I want.
I want to eat pizza while I race next to him.
Sick. I would just go for the pizza part, but like you could race too. In my heaven, I would want all of the angels to be little and cherubic, because I don't want to be getting mogged by these giant 9-foot ripped angels all the time with their scary like look, because that wouldn't be fun. You'd be in heaven, but you'd still be like, damn,
what if they're that like
millions of these giant
what if they're that
guys.
What if they're like all those concentric rings with that eye in the center and feathers all about?
No, I would put it in order, and I'd be like, I do not want that. Day one, I'm like on the checklist, I'm like, no, give me something human.
I'm thinking Fabio. Like Fabio played an angel in Exorcist 3, and I thought he pulled it off well. Yeah,
give me a mix of Fabio and then Orlando Bloom, but only Legolas Orlando Bloom.
Like a twinkish Fabio.
There would be a mix. It would be you wouldn't want them all to look like the same guy.
Oh, okay. I kind of do though. I kind of want them all to be.
Yeah, that's actually not bad, because it would reaffirm, like God chose us. Yeah, you got that's why you guys all.
When he made them, he he had one prototype and he made them all the same. But then he got to us and he created genetics and okay.
And every once in a while we get like maybe every year, like I don't know, just whenever you can pop down, you like make fun of Satan. He's all chained up in a lake of fire, and you're like, ha, you lost.
Do you think in heaven you get any FaceTime with the boss? Like, I mean,
yeah,
like just you and him, like fishing or something.
I don't think the omnipotence or like all the powers would go away in heaven. He'd still be able to.
They would be more powerful there.
Yeah. Whereas, I don't know. Yeah, you definitely get FaceTime, and it wouldn't be a line. It would be like,
"Are you implying that I could be less than omnipotent, Taylor?"
No, that's why he could. No, he wouldn't. He'd know my name.
He knows your name. It's just how he pronounces it. He's like, I like my way better. That's how God says.
I'm like sad because I'm talking to God, and I'm like, man, me and that guy, fast friends. And then I walk to my friend's house, and like he's talking to him the same way, and I'm like, son of a bitch. You told him the same things you told me. Am I not even special?
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to hang out with me. You know, I don't know how many people have ever existed, but I bet it's like 100 billion or something. He's going to have a hard time getting around to. I don't know how many of those 100 billion made it to heaven. It depends who you ask. But if it's only the actual saved people, I mean, then he's got plenty of time. He can get around to all of us then. What if it's lonely up there? What if we get to heaven and it's like 18 people and you've heard of them all?
Ooh. You've heard of them all?
They're like it's like a couple of the popes. Mother Teresa is there.
Right.
Like Jimmy Carter's there. Mr. Rogers is there.
Yeah, none of us are making
that painting guy with the afro. He's there. Bob Ross. He's in heaven. Yeah, he's painting. Still. You know, and a little cherub there.
Right.
It's
You better
Mr.
be
Rogers
there.
is there, and Captain Kangaroo is like, "You fucker have outdone me
Yeah.
in the first life, and now in the afterlife."
Sorry, everyone. We let Jimmy Seville in before the news broke after his death,
Ooh.
and it's a lot of legalese and red tape, but we can't get rid of him now. To answer the question,
Yeah, that guy was
Jimmy
cool.
Seville-